Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. Alright, the true powers of the universe. Okay, I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that's been teaching this word and this gospel, that's been feeding the flock. Alright, and I want to give single salutations to you, all you sincere laborers out there that's also helping pushing this gospel to feed the elect. Alright, not just feeding yourself, but learning so you can feed others as well. Alright, and I'm just get straight to the point here. Get straight to scriptures. Sirach 34 verse 16. For the eyes of the Lord are upon them that love him. He is their mighty protection and a strong stay. Okay, it says, for eyes of the Lord are upon them that love him. Alright, and the scriptures say, if he love me, keep my commandments. Alright, so the brothers the brothers that's out there that's constantly fighting and enduring these afflictions, man, you know, dealing with those spiritual highs and spiritual lows, man. The brothers out there just keep constantly fighting and striving for the words of the Most High and striving for righteousness, man. The Lord's eyes are upon you, man. It's catching all kind of work in hell. It's catching all kind of work from your woman. Alright? Demons fucking with you. Alright? Brothers just fighting, man, and not letting those spirits take hold of them, man. Alright? This is it's a hard thing, man, the battle that's out here. But hey, if the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai is dealing with you, like he said, for the eyes of the Lord are upon them that love him, man. The Most High knows that you constantly always fighting, man, to follow his words. Constantly want to go out on highways and byways and do the work of the Most High. Putting up videos, exhorting one of the brothers. The eyes of the Lord are upon you, man. Alright? That's why the Most High is taking us through all these afflictions, all right, and delivering us at the end, giving us all testimonies, man, to refine us, man. All right, we really fighting and we striving to the point where, you know, like me and the brother was discussing later on this week. It's like early this week, you know, when you get seasoned, you get seasoned, settle this thing, the afflictions come, okay. Then the Most High deliver you out of it. Then afflictions come. Man, you get more seasoned, so when afflictions come, you just chilling, man. It don't even move you. Alright? The Most High is setting us up to be men with strong minds, man. Alright? That deal with logic. Okay? Not emotions. That's what all these afflictions is for, man. That fire being purified, man, through this word. Alright, and I'm keep reading. It says, he that is their mighty protection and a strong stay, a defense from the heat, a cover from the sun at noon, it's like a preservation from stumbling, and a help from falling. It's like he raised up the soul and lightened the eyes. He giveth health, life, blessings. Okay? The Most High is constantly, man, if you have faith in him and you follow his word, no matter what it is, the Most High is going to deliver you. Okay? The scriptures say, since thou hast kept the words of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation that shall try the earth or the world, man. Roughly paraphrasing, man. All you got to do is keep striving for righteousness, man. Brothers always say, hey, if I'm not part of the elect, okay, I fought for righteousness. So I'm going to die in righteousness, all right? Why would I want to be a part of this world? You fall out the truth, then you just in all wickedness, man. Brother, man, the real brother, man, they like, if I'm not part of the elect, I'm still gonna do this and strive for righteousness, man. Because they love the law of the Most High. They love the law of the Most High, man. It's beautiful. Hating to eat pork, hating to commit adultery. Alright? Hating homosexuality. Hating all that wickedness, man, because you know it pollutes your mind. It's filth. Okay? So we gotta constantly fight, man. And it's a cheerful thing to be in this war. To be chosen to fight this battle, man. It's beautiful. You know? Brothers get excited, man. When you look at all the things you went through and accomplished and you still fighting and you know it's more to come, brothers get excited about that, man. Like that spiritual high, bro. It's like a spiritual high, man. I love it, man. Alright? It's Anytime you want to come in, just let me know.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Sirach 33 and 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. Okay? We go out on the highways and byways, man. We constantly rebuking and condemning wicked ass people. Okay? People coming up constantly cussing and yelling at brothers all the time, man.
And what's a lot of what you don't see behind the camera that we constantly rebuke each other too.
The water. Alright? So brothers constantly being in that adversity, so to say, man. So Tom, when you get into an argument with somebody on the streets or something, or you get into an argument with a family member, or you get into an argument with anybody, you just calm. Alright? You able to think. Because you're used to it. The Most High set us up in that. So when all hell break loose, everybody yelling and screaming, uproars, people running, man, we already fighting the battle, man. We've been fighting it. They gonna be in the beginning stages of fighting all this wickedness and when this stuff finally manifests itself, man. These people gonna be lost. These people gonna get destroyed. These people are gonna completely bug out, man. Okay, it says, so look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another. Alright? And we constantly fight, man. Brothers work so damn hard to the point where by the time they get home, they try to read at least a chapter a night because they so damn tired, but they got to be up within like 3 to 4 hours later, man. That's that fight. That's the fight people talking about, man. Waking up early in the morning, working for Esau. Remembering to pray in the morning before you get up and go to work and start your day. Remember calling upon the name of the Most High all throughout the day, sending up prayers, man. Even though you're surrounded by all this carnal and wicked stuff and all these wicked vibrations, in the back of your mind, you still think about Yahweh Shem Yahushai because you constantly at adversity and constantly fighting spirits and constantly fighting demons, man. Constantly casting off the desire of the world. Because when you go outside your house, man, that force of that world is strong, man. It's strong, man. Alright? And that was that one. Now,
I got
go ahead.
Sirach chapter 2, verse 6. It says, let me start at 5. Spirit, let me start at 4. Sirach 2 and 4. Whatsoever is brought, yes I am. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And that's what the brother mean. Like whenever we get afflictions or whenever tribulation come our way, we're so accustomed to it because we're constantly striving for the truth. We just kind of like brush it off. Why? Because we have faith. And also it keeps in mind that the Most High is dealing with you. Because if He's not dealing with you, you're not going to be tried in that fire, which the acceptable men are tried in, which is about to come up in the next verse. Because when most people are at a lower state, they'll try and go off to try and bring themselves up, or to try and be or to try to prosper. Like this brother here, for prime example, he was trying to get a gig. It would have been a good gig for him to get as well. But Esau wanted Jake to, cut his beard off, and Jake said, nah, I'm not going to do it, But the brother, through the spirit of probably how about Shem Yahushua, the Most High blessed him 2 times over, I'm not going to go into details about it. But for the simple fact that he said, I'm not worried about it, he didn't know what the next situation was going to be. The Most High revealed to him, because you have faith and because you kept my word, boom, I'm going to give you this, and also another bonus right there on top of that. So now the brother, easy, man. That's off his mind. So you know what that leaves him? That leaves him in a state of constantly building himself up in the spirit now. So now you're not worried about the carnal things, man. You're not worried about the bills anymore. You're not worried about groceries. You're not worried about toiletry. You're not worried about gas. You're not worried about nothing no more. The Most High said, I got you because you've done what I asked you to do. And that's to be patient, all right? And to take it cheerfully, Now going back into Sirach chapter 2, verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Because when you put gold to the fire, you're purifying that gold. You're getting rid of all the impurities. So that's the same thing that's happening with us. Because when we first came into the truth, nobody was pure, all right? Because we all are subject to sin because we're in the flesh. None of us are Yahushai. So acceptable men, we're gonna get tried in the fire as well. It speaks about that in 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 12. You know, speaking about those fiery trials. Like, in other words, what we're going through, most people can't understand and wouldn't understand it. Like, I've been blessed by the brothers and people who are in the war have seen it, but they don't know how to cope. But they don't know how to go about it. But years prior to, you know, them seeing the manifestation of the Spirit of power, Yahweh Shem Shai, they used to laugh at me and, you know, laugh me to scorn and you know, try and make little jokes about me going out on the highways and byways, you know. They saw me and this brother doing it before, you know. They saw like 2 or 3 years ago doing the word, and they, you know, rolled by and they see me later, the scarf or whatever. But now when they see me, hey, yo, what's up, what's going on, you know, everything like this and that, whoop, whoop. You know, they let certain things go by, and you know they even trying to look out for me more and more, and I just see the Spirit of the Lord. So it's acceptable men will be tried in the fire. Then the Most High, He's gonna manifest Himself to you spiritually, and even though it may come the gift may come currently, you know that there's a spirit behind it that led to you having that. And going into verse 6, believe in Him, and He will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in Him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for His mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Right? So don't take it upon yourself to try and go about a certain situation if it don't work out. But like, all right, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead. I'm going to just shave it all off. The Lord know I got to eat, man. I'm just shave it all off, you know. Nah, man, don't even go that route, okay? That's just like the elders would say. They said, it was a saying back in the time when Yahweh was on the scene. They said, Israel said they'd rather die than eat pork. You know, or to speak Greek, something like that to that. So we'd rather not even try and fit into society so that we can see Him acceptable in the eye of the Heavenly Father. And right now we're being refined. We're making our minds strong. Like most people out here, they're trying to make that bank account big. They're trying to get their pockets up. They're trying to, you know, bench press 405 pounds. We're not worrying about all that, because in that day, it's gonna be a spiritual warfare, but you're gonna see everything carnally. We're gonna see everything spiritually, because we know the essence that's behind the wickedness that's gonna come upon our people in Jacob's trouble. Okay, and I got one more verse. Okay. And this is verse 8. It said, "Ye that fear the Lord, believe in Him, and your reward shall not fail." And your reward right now can also be just the Most High maintaining you. That's why Solomon said, give me neither riches nor poverty, but basically give Him what suffices Him. We just need enough. We don't need more than enough. Even our elder Tahar said, I don't need, if I hit the jackpot, he said, I don't need all that money, but if I hit it, it'll be good. But you'll start thinking carnally, man. You'll be like, okay, you know what? I got enough money. I can go ahead and get this. I can go ahead and get me a nice little Benz, or I'll go ahead and get me a $250,000 house, But since the Most High just give us enough, He give us enough so that we can focus on the greater reward. All right. So that's why we just settle for a perfect balance. Let's put it that way.
Proverbs give you not poverty, no riches.
Come on. You got it up.
All right, come on. This 1 Peter 5 and 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that He may exalt you in due time. Okay, so they go back to being patient, man. All right, and it says, casting all your care upon Him, for He cared for you. All right, so hey, like it's in the Apocrypha, let go ye mortal thoughts, man. All right, cast all your care upon the Most High. Pray about it. The Christians use that shit a lot, man. But hey, they know not what they worship, man. All right, but pray on it, man. Constantly praying, throwing up them prayers, man. Yahweh Shem Shai, I need this. Yahweh Shem Shai, I need it. He say, the scriptures say, He know what you need is. You just gotta ask Him for it, man. He already know what you need. Okay? And it ain't all about physical things too, carnal things, spiritual gifts as well. Pray for a strong mind, man. Like the brother made a video from the main camp up in New York. He said, pray for, more motivation, man. What motivates you? What moves you, man? Okay? Verse 7. Casting all your care upon Him, for He careth for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, okay, as a roaring lion walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. And that was the point I want to get to. The same afflictions are in your brethren that's in the world, man. Okay? So all brothers are going through this, man. Never, ever, ever think that only you the one catching hell. Okay? Some brothers are so seasoned that they don't even consider it as catching hell. So they won't even mention nothing to you about it. Don't mention it. Okay? A brother might be going through something, but it, like I said, it don't affect him to the point where he won't even tell another brother that he's going through it, because it's not really nothing of significance to him. It's soft. It's soft to him. All right? It's levels to this thing. That affliction to him is nothing, man. It's nothing. So that's why a brother might not even mention it to you. Or he might say, yeah, you know, something, man, you know. But to you, he be like, damn, really? You going through that? Or that? To you, that might be something heavy, but to that brother, man, it's whatever. And eventually, the more you stay in this word, and the more the Most High try you, you're going to be on the same level, man. All right? And this is Acts 14, verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. Constantly exhorting brothers to continue in the faith. Saying, oh, man, no, man. You know, comfort one another with the word, man. Getting precepts for the brother when the brother going through something, man. Okay? Healing them. The scripture say, I sent the word and it healed them. So you're supposed to lift the brother up with the words, man. Because all of us catching hell. Comfort one another. Alright? Because that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Ain't no cakewalk, man.
Exactly. It's not an easy road, you know.
Yeah.
Buju
Bantu. Yeah, man.
It's not an easy road.
Tell Nathaniel that.
Come on. This truth, man, it was not meant to be a cakewalk. It's gonna be more lows than highs. And think about it. Salaki, you got a precept?
Yeah, I got some.
All right, go ahead. I gotta find a scripture real quick.
Yeah, cause basically, like we saying, like you know, through much tribulation, we shall enter to the kingdom of heaven. It's just like most people today who in the NFL, when they were little jits, bro, they had to play little league football, and then you know what I'm saying. I would say like AAU basketball, and then they get into middle school. Now they playing middle school basketball. You playing against all your different schools, all different counties. Sometimes you may go to state. After that, you go into high school, play JV. Then you get on varsity, and then more than likely you'll get into college. You know what I'm saying? You get tried there. You playing all against all different type of schools. You know, you're in NCAA. You know, tournament, Sweet 16, all that, the Final Four, and then you get drafted to the NBA. You on the bench, you sitting, or you may start. All that, what they go through. All of that is, you know, you have blood, sweat, tears, you lose some, you win some, but overall in the end, you looking for that championship. Like Steph Curry or like LeBron James. It's the same thing we going through. It's all a process. It's all a process. It's all a step, you know. So we basically going through those same tribulations to get into the kingdom of heaven, which that's the grand finale. That's the championship. That's the Super Bowl, so to say. All right. What if you got something? Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. The water for you know. Sirach 11:25. In the day of prosperity, there is forgetfulness of affliction. All right. So when you doing good, okay, the Most High not really getting on your ass right now. All right. They're forgetful of affliction. So the scriptures say, "Arise, ye depart, for this is not your rest." Okay. All right. But in the world, you would think, damn, you know, somebody on the inside looking in.
Outside.
It's like the water. On the outside looking in, okay, damn, the Most High hates you or something, or I'm serious, bro. That's how you think
I
in the
know,
world,
you told me put the story why I laughed.
I used to think that in the world, like, God damn, man, the Most High God must hate me. Nothing ever goes right. Nothing ever goes right. Every little goddamn thing brothers try to do, or try to do in the world, before I understand and came to the truth, I just think the Most High just hated me, man. All right? You got to take that shit off when you come to the truth. Mm-hmm. Affliction, the Most High is dealing with you. The scriptures say, envy not the prosperity of the wicked. Okay? So what? If the scriptures say, envy not the prosperity of the wicked, that means the wicked are going to prosper. All right? So you got to envy not the prosperity of the wicked, man. It says, and in the day of affliction, there is no remembrance of prosperity. So that's your lows. You got your highs and your lows in this thing, okay? But both parts are, but it's both a balance. It's both balances because in your lows, okay, you being refined. But when the Most High lift you up, that prosperity, it's gains to that too. Because you see, okay, even though I'm down, He gonna lift me up. So when you do come back to your day of affliction, all right, that faith in the back of your mind, you're gonna know, okay, prosperity coming soon. I just gotta hang it out. I just gotta tough it out and endure. All right, and the Most High won't fail you. If you doing what you're supposed to do, examining yourself constantly, and doing what you're supposed to do, the Most High gonna chasten you or jack you up or afflict you, but it's never gonna come to a point where you just completely just done. All right. The Most High is gonna come through for you, but you gotta have faith. You gotta have faith that He's gonna do that. You can't be a little wimp, man, in this thing. You gotta constantly endure it. The Most High don't. This thing is spiritual. The Most High don't got, every time you walk outside your house, got some nigga running up to you, punching you in your stomach and beating you up. No, the Most High is going at your dome, man. Your intellect, man. Your mind. Okay? Because everything, the battle is all up here, man. It's easy to work out and do some push-ups and you know, get your body refined. But when the Most High start training your mind,
that's harder.
That's harder, man. But what? The mind and the body are one. So you gotta have that mental stability to actually exert your strength as well. But the Most High is, man, is this is a spiritual battle, man. It's not carnal. Okay? This is why people outside of this truth, they'll never understand this, man. You can have somebody amongst brethren and be in the midst of brethren, and they just don't get it, man. They just don't understand it.
Can't force the course of the river.
Exactly. So this is all spiritual. Yeah, you were here physically, but spiritually or mentally, you were never here, man.
You were never part of the body. Matter of fact, what you were just bacteria that was on the flesh that got washed away when that water kept coming around. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, you be outside in some humid weather, and this fucking fly just keep landing on you. Like, the fuck off me. And it just keep landing on your other arm, and you're like, you know, this fly just keep landing on you. Like, why does fly keep fucking with me, man? Or like a mosquito. You was on the body, but you were never part of the body, man. That's just basically what it means. Straight up. I got another precept. This is Job chapter 2, verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thy integrity? Curse the Most High and die. Wicked woman. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High? And shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job say with his lips. That's why when we and it doesn't necessarily have to be evil. That's why whenever we have tribulations and trials, we don't. It's not as if we're gonna accept all the prosperous things of the Most High or all the positive things of the Most High or the gifts or the mercies or the grace. Man, we gonna also take the criticism, the demonizing. All right, us coming to a lower state. Hey, having that spiritual demon of doubt come on you sometimes. That happens to test you to see if you're gonna be willing to endure it. All right, just like when you read Bel and the Dragon, when Daniel went up against I forgot the name of the king at that time. It's in the book of the Apocrypha, where he basically showed him that who you worship, your gods have no power, and they cast him into the lions den. There was 7 lions that they feed 2 carcasses every day. He didn't eat, but he didn't doubt in Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Then Habakkuk got grabbed by his crown by the vehemency of an angel, and he had to take some food to Babylon, but the angel threw him there. Hey, and he fed Daniel. Daniel ate. You know, then the king came back and seen Daniel was still alive. The same people who defamed him and demonized him, they got cast in there. The lions ate them, and Daniel was alive the whole time he was down there with the lions. Why? Because he never lost his faith at that time. All right, and that's the same. When you're in dire straits, you have to retain. You have to retain your integrity. And that's what GMS had. That's what Great Millstone stood on. We stand on integrity, okay? And that's integrity is just like faith. It's something that you just can't go on Amazon and buy, man. It has to be bestowed upon you. It has to be something that's inside of you, okay? Go ahead,
And that was pretty much it. Unless you got something else you want to bring out, but just wanted to make this lesson, man. Brothers are constantly fighting, man. Brothers are constantly enduring. Hey, that's who the Most High love. That's who the Most High eyes is upon, man. The brothers is constantly out there fighting and enduring. Enduring, man, is because you sit back and think about it, boy. If you weren't made for this, you wouldn't continue to do this. That's why people, drop their cross or don't bear that cross, man. Cause it get heavy sometimes, man.
God, that's beautiful because some people just not fit for war. Like you have brothers, and yes, they are brothers because they come in the same spirit. Yahweh Shema Shai. They were once under the banner of Great Millstone, but they're not under that banner anymore. But they still preaching the same gospel, and they still get honor to the elders, man. Those are men that's been ordained since the beginning, before the foundation of the earth. All you other fallouts who fell out because of your own personal emotions, because of your feelings, because you thought that you wanted to be more righteous than what you were supposed to be. Y'all are the ones who get bugged out, all right? Like that video the brother sent us today about that was you, A-Rod, what up?
About 3 videos up there.
About A-Rod, the brother was riding through McDonald's parking lot. He was like, "Hey, that's you, Rod?"
Yeah.
That shit. And the dude was like, "Nah," but he was talking to himself. Like he was one of the flat earth dude that was in the Virginia camp, man. Done. Homeless now, on the streets. Through. Like y'all should want to say. Through. Man, bro, that's a scary thing, man. Alright? I got one more precept. This is for you righteous, man. You elect out there, okay? This is what you're supposed to do in that day. That way you're supposed to constantly pray without ceasing, man, alright? Constantly. This is Psalm chapter 55, verse 22. Cast thy burden upon Yahweh, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. Okay? That's the point, man. You have to cast your burdens upon the Heavenly Father. And that's the things to sustain you throughout your everyday life. That's not about casting your burdens, man. I'm really trying to get this 2017 Mercedes, Lord. Please help me out. No, the Lord gonna laugh at you, man. All right. If you're going through a problem with a coworker at your job, pray to the Most High, man. Most High, man, this demon keep messing with you. Please, help me out, man. A week from there, man, the Most High may have it when that dude get into a car accident. Now he can't work at the job no more. They got to hire somebody else, man, to take his spot, Or like, man, these bills, man, they come in everywhere. I don't know where to go. Man, the Most High may send somebody to send you money. Prime example, the brother GMS Judah Baltimore. The brother made a video about a situation where they wanted him at his job he was at. They wanted him to come in on the Saturday. He had to go to camp. You know what I'm saying? But the brother said that basically like, I'll be a little late. They said be here on time or you just get fired. So the brother got fired. The brother said the brother said it was kind of heavy out there because the brother said he had 5 kids, if I'm not mistaken. 4 and 1 on the way. But then the brother, he said a brother sent him some money. Said there's some yards. Here, boom. And he said he didn't want to make the video to try and advertise, but he basically said he had to show love to this brother and show y'all what the Most High can do.
I do for you.
And that was a beautiful video, man. And I ain't even want to comment on it because I'm like, fuck, man. Because he was like, I don't want nobody to be trying to throwing me up or say whatever, feel sorry for me. But I had a thumb. I said, hey, man, that was beautiful. It kind of made me feel like, fuck, I wish I had something. But right now I'm going through it. These brothers helping me out. So that's why you cast your burdens upon you. How about Shema Shai, man? And you shall never be moved, man. And it's a beautiful thing, man.
He put the Lord first.
Exactly. That's what happened.
He put the Lord first.
That's
Even though
what happened.
He had kids to take care of in a family, whatever. Well, I got to do this work.
And the only reason I spoke on it because he already did a video on it. If he said it to me personally, I wouldn't have spoke on it. But it's a video out there. So for you, brother, that's a prime example, man. Prime example.
The Most High first, man.
Beautiful.
Hey,
just cast your burdens upon you. How about Shema Shai, man? All right.
Do the work.
Do the work.
You good.
That's it. Do the work and you'll have your 401k in the end. All right,
For that,
man.
we give all praise
To Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai.
that wants the elder apostles of Great Millstone.
Okay.
And salutations to you sincere laborers out there pushing this truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty.
All right, Shalom.